Welcome back to West Texas View.
We've been talking to Doreen Womack about the Keep Midland Beautiful program here in Midland, but it's really applicable to the whole Permian basins because we all have wind, we all have wide open spaces, and we all have, all of a sudden, lots of new people coming in, and we want to keep our communities as attractive as possible. And Doreen, you've been at this job for quite a while, and I'd like for you to restate the mission, because sometimes there's a myth about keeping a community beautiful, and people think in terms of it's a lot of little grandmothers in tennis shoes going out and filling up a sack full of stuff.
Really, we always want everyone to understand that our real true mission is to educate and engage Midlanders in litter prevention, waste management, and beautification. So we, yes, organize cleanups, happy to do it for the community, but if we could prevent litter in the first place, we wouldn't have to spend so much time doing that. And also developing more recycling programs, or letting the community know what we can take in Midland, because it's different than other areas of the country and even the state. And beautification, you know, so many people have been concerned about what they can do and what they can't do as far as watering, what they should plant, what they shouldn't plant, and so we spend much time educating the community with that information, and then also asking them to make changes, engaging them in their landscaping to be more water conservative.
And just like when somebody goes out and has to pick up trash that somebody else has thrown out, they become more aware and alert. And then that awareness helps them just be better citizens.
It does, you know, and that's really our vision, is to have a beautiful community with well-educated citizens that want to prevent litter and want to conserve water, want to be sure that they're planting the right kind of tree in the right place. There's a lot involved.
Oh, it is.
We have so many great partners, though. The Master Gardeners, Permian Basin Master Gardeners, are our partner. We have another affiliate in the community with Keep Odessa Beautiful. We are part of Keep America Beautiful and Keep Texas Beautiful, so we can get lots of information and help that way. We always talk about servicing the city of Midland and Midland County, but really, you know, this information is pertinent to the whole viewing area for News West 9.
Absolutely.
It is, because we're all in the same situation with low water, wind, new people coming to our community, and that sort of thing.
And as we look at particularly the drought and how it's affected our plants, and the beautiful area around our homes, that makes it even more important that we educate ourselves about xeriscaping and plants that are hardy and don't need as much water and all that.
Well, and I'm a perfect example myself. When I first moved here some 22 years ago, you have a habit of planting
big yard,
where
big grass,
where you come from, you know, and that just doesn't work here, you know. And so I had to learn the hard way and had some plants die and that sort of thing. But if you're like me, I don't like it when my plants die, and so you know, using all of the sources that we have in the community is, you know, really what we want to get the word out about.
Do you often, or do you ever have people like the Texas A&M Extension to come and give talks and maybe you would invite people from other communities to come in for that?
We put on seminars, we call them, with our group called Tree Keepers. It is a group of wonderful volunteers who are really focused and concerned on our urban forest. You know, you spend money, time, nurturing these trees, and then a drought comes along like this, and you wonder how to do it. And so they're the certified arborists in the area and volunteers that can help you with that information, definitely.
And again, if it fits in Midland, it fits in any of our West Texas communities.
Exactly, exactly. And we invite people from other communities to come. Many times we get phone calls from other areas, you know, asking us to send information or something like that, and we're always happy to do that because we're all in this together. Everybody has a community that they live in, and they need to have pride in it, and that speaks for everywhere across the country.
And I'm assuming part of your education, other than going into the public schools and the private schools and talking to the children, is also you're going out and speaking to service clubs and other groups.
Yes.
And so that keeps you pretty busy. So are you the only employee, or do you have other employees?
Actually, I have a wonderful assistant. Her name is Sue Nolene, and she very much concentrates on the litter part, the litter prevention part, and the cleanup part, but she helps us everywhere. Yes. And I'm glad that you brought that up. Sue is very active in our Pick Up Some Trash to Pick Up Some Cash program. We do this program for the city. It's funded by the dollar fee that's on the City of Midland utility bill. And what it does is it allows other nonprofit groups to use that program as their own fundraiser for their programs and projects. And so they get paid a stipend for going out and cleaning up an area that we need
like
cleaned up anyway. Exactly.
An area.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about the program is if we have a certain area and the group is big enough and it's appropriate for them to go out to that area, then we'll send them out there, and then they can make up to $500 per cleanup 6 times a year. So they can make up to $3,000 a year for their own programs and projects. So we really encourage groups to do it. It teaches, you know, the participants, you know, so much about community pride, and like you say, maybe never litter again.
But also, what a great collaborative effort that is between the nonprofits. Well, we're going to have to take another break. We're getting close to the end of this program, and so next segment we've got several other things to cover. So join us just a minute.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.